I'm here. Hey guys, I'm here with a friend of mine, Marshana Dalia Spavento. She has been on two reality shows, one on Bravo and one on TLC. So I thought I'd get her opinion on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. What's up, Marshana?
What's up, Nicole? How are you?
I am doing great. How are you in Florida?
Doing well. You know, we're quarantined, but we're all right. We're doing fine.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let's dive into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I want to get your thoughts on the overall setup, from the lights to the makeup to everything. What did you think of the reunion, the virtual reunion?
I think the virtual reunion went way better than I ever expected it to go, because I feel like the girls looked beautiful. The outfits were wonderful. But
Yeah.
real shout out to like Bravo, because they must have sent these women ring lights. They sent them clearly like what do you call it? Like the earpieces, so that like the audio would be good, because let me tell you, that was high definition recording at home. It didn't look like people were just holding their cell phones like, oh, hey, it wasn't just a bunch of talking heads. It was really well produced given the circumstances. So I think it was great.
You know what I loved? When Andy would mute them. When they just would be like, Andy would be like, mute. You know, that was fantastic to me. I really love that. All right, so before we start talking about the actual reunion, though, I want to get your thoughts on Candy's party, the one she had this past weekend.
Person, make room, let her work. Make room, let her work. Come on. Make room, let her work.
44th birthday. She had her grandmama, well, not her grandmother, she had her mother and her aunties out there. Do you think she was being safe, or was it a little bit irresponsible to have everyone out there?
I don't think at this time it's safe to have gatherings that large. I could understand if you want to have your grandma over, your mama over, your auntie over, or whomever, and keep it small, because you have your parents are older, right? You want to keep So I saw a lot of people. I didn't see too much social distancing, and I didn't see too many masks. But I did see adults, so I guess everybody kind of like weighed the benefit cost analysis and said, hey, this party is working. But I just, not right now.
Not right now, right? And I know Atlanta has eased up on the restrictions, so like salons and barbershops are open, but it just, to me, it also felt reckless as well. It felt so out of character for Candy, because she's like always the one who's doing the right thing, no?
Candy just wants to be seen like she's doing the right thing.
Oh, that's okay, and you're sticking to it. Okay, so let's get into the tea. Let's talk about Kenya. I feel that sometimes Kenya is a little bit hypocritical. I feel like she can dish it, but sometimes she can't take it. And when they give it back to her, she tries to say like she's rising above it. What are your thoughts on Kenya being able to take it? Do you think that she is a little hypocritical when it comes to the fun shade?
I think that Kenya is a lot of hypocritical. Okay, not a little, a lot. Like, there's no day of the week that she's not hypocritical. It's not that she can dish it and she can't take it. She can dish it and she will not take it. She has these rules that apply to everyone else but her. And in her mind, she is completely justified in everything that she's doing to people. She feels like, because you did this, then I can do that. And even with Marlo, she's bringing up an incident from at least 3 or 4 years ago, for which Marlo apologized. And you're still using that as justification to keep coming after her. And then she's talking about a comment that Marlo made at Marlo's event after Kenya came and did what she did. So is Marlo not even allowed a response? That was like... Right. So Kenya is the hypocrite to end all hypocrites. I've never seen anyone on television more hypocritical than her. So that's your crown. Wear it well.
Wow, that's a major statement. You think she's the most hypocritical person we've ever seen
on TV. And this is coming from me. I've been on The Bachelor. I have been on TLC recently. And I have been on Bravo. So we're talking 3 major networks. I can see past production. Kenya is a hypocrite.
Ooh, Kenya the hypocrite. Let's talk about her friendship with Cynthia. I think that's where a lot of viewers get a soft spot for her, because it seems like her and Cynthia have a friendship, but then sometimes it also feels like she's a frenemy. Do you think she's a true friend? Kenya is a true friend to Cynthia?
I think that Kenya is a frenemy to Cynthia. And for whatever reason, Cynthia just has this really big forgiving heart when it comes to Kenya. She just kind of, Kanye shrugs everything. She kind of just lets it roll off her shoulders. I don't really know. Maybe she thinks that the friendship is beneficial. Maybe she knows a side of Kenya that we don't know, right? Because we don't see it all. And if you're friends off camera, there's a whole level of that friendship. But they played a montage in the episode of all the shady moments this season.
Shout out to the producers and the editors that sliced those clips together. Oh, that's so good.
Okay, roll that beautiful beam footage.
Yes, roll it.
You know, we're getting ready to get engaged. He's like, I don't.
Okay, let the man propose when he's ready.
He's going to propose.
Then why do you keep talking about it? Because I like talking about it.
So I just felt like, okay, it's all there, and for some reason she's just like, whatever. Yeah. So if anyone else, not just Mimi says, if I had done it, well, no, I think if anybody else did it, they would have been held more accountable. But hey, I don't get it. I think she's in front of me.
It could be strategic. I do think that some of these girls sometimes have alliances, so it could have been strategic. Let's move on to Portia. I think, to me, Portia has had the most growth on the show. Although she's still stuck in this sunken place with Dennis. Like, why does Portia still stay with Dennis? What are your thoughts on their relationship?
Well, let me tell you something. We're here talking about the Real Housewives, and lo and behold, I am a housewife.
Yeah,
I became a housewife.
A real one. Yes,
a real one. I didn't even know in my life I would ever be a housewife. But I was, a career person. I worked and stuff, and then I got married, and then I got pregnant, and then Rona hit, and now I'm a housewife, right? Yeah. So it's like I empathize with her because her situation is not mine, but you never know in life what situation you may find yourself in. So let me not say too much. I will say though, because I am pregnant with a little baby.
Oh, congrats!
Thank you, your baby boy. And we would do for our children. It's already started now. I don't even have my baby outside of my body and in my arms yet. But I feel like motherhood is a mental illness. Like, you don't decide. If she were on her own, I think she would have left. But I think that there is a part of Portia that is willing to, because he was also willing to go to therapy and work things out. She's like, if I can have a whole family for my child, which is something I don't believe she had for herself,
right?
She's willing to exhaust the options. I think she
knows.
At what
cost, though? At what cost? And that's my problem, is that Dennis, like, as much as Portia wants to put in the work, Dennis doesn't want to put in the work. So is it really giving a good example to the child of what a proper relationship should look like?
It's not a good example to PJ.
Yeah.
But I think that Portia knows as well as we know that this does not end up with them together as a healthy family. But I feel like she just feels in her mind, she has to go through the motions and feel like I gave it my all.
Okay.
But she
That's
knows
a good perspective.
She knows that we know.
Yeah.
In the end, it doesn't work, but she doesn't want any of that responsibility to fall on her shoulders. She wants to feel like she tried. So go ahead. Let's sit up here.
I respect that. I actually hadn't thought about that from that perspective, that she's exhausting all of it. So I get that. All right, so let's move on to Portia's big sister, Nene. What do you think about Nene constantly shutting down that computer and walking away from the reunion? Do you think she's fed up with the franchise?
I think Nene is fed up with years of production.
Yeah.
I think she loves the franchise. I think, it's helped her build herself into a household name, and all her other brands and things that have come from it are really good. But I don't think that many people would understand what it's like to deal with production unless they dealt with production. And production's not bad people, right? They're giving us what we want. If everybody else got into a circle and sang Kumbaya, we would not watch. So they're doing what they need to do. And she
stirring the pot.
Exactly. They're stirring the pot, but I feel like she feels that what they're doing now is unfair to her. Like the rules aren't equal for everybody. So she closes her, computer down, and she walks away. And I'll always wish that she didn't do that. I'll always wish she stood there and faced it. Like, Nene, we know you to be strong, and we know you could read a girl like a bedtime story. Go ahead.
Who did she say this about yesterday? She said, that's why some of your men are socially distancing from you.
Yes.
Who was that? Was that Kenya?
I don't remember. But
she has great reads. But, no, I was gonna say, I think the thing about production, I understand all that, but when you sign up for a reality show, you sign up to have your life shown on TV. So like, it seems kind of hypocritical to me, in a sense, to get up and walk away when they're discussing elements of the show that you signed up from. Yes, they're stirring the pot. Yes, there is that element, but kind of like that's what the reunion is all about. We know that.
I feel like people think that they sign up to be on a reality show to put their lives on TV, and they think that they will put the version of their lives as they see it. And when they look at how they chopped and screwed it and edited it, they were like, but wait, my life isn't like that. And that's where the line of real versus reality gets kind of blurred. So I think people think that someone's going to show my life in this really great light, and then they're just going to pick it apart for consumption. So I think what people sign up for and what they get are two very different things.
I think that's fair. That's fair. All right, so let's talk really quickly about the other cast members. We were saying we love most of the ladies on the cast, but who would you like to see sort of brought into the cast if anyone were to get swapped out?
I don't know who I want brought in. Like, I really don't know who I want brought in. But I will say that Eva has to go.
Eva has to go. I didn't want to say it, but you said it. Okay, Eva has to go.
And that's not because, you know, I'm Plantation. We don't have the Real Housewives of Plantation. I'm not signing up for the show. I'm not going to figure spot. I'm just simply going to say this.
Yeah.
If it weren't for the donor and her getting pregnant multiple times, what did we see of Eva?
Right. That was the crux of her story.
Exactly. I feel like she's deliberately antagonistic in a way that just is disingenuous, and it feels like she's trying too hard. Oh, she's bothered. She's bothered and trying to make broken faces to the camera.
Right. I love how she conveniently forgets some of the shade that she's thrown. And it's like, girl. And then, of course, the editors pull that footage back and roll it back. So, yeah, I mean, I love Eva. I think she's beautiful. But I'd like to say Phaedra back. I think Phaedra would be good. And give Marlo a peach.
Give Marlo a peach. I don't know what they have against Marlo and not giving her a peach, but I feel like Marlo has more than earned her peach.
Totally. Okay. I don't know what happened there for a second. Okay.
But
We
I feel
are
like
back.
Marlo earned her peach.
Yeah.
I would love to see Phaedra back, but it seems like Candy Burris kind of like calls the shots now.
She is. Allegedly, she is the highest paid Real Housewives cast member.
I can believe that, and I also feel like she has the most influence because it was because of an issue between Phaedra and Candy that Phaedra got let go. So I feel like, you know, Candy has real influence with the powers that be.
Yeah,
So,
the connections are everything. Networks are everything. Marshana, thank you so much. We could literally talk for 40 minutes about the show. There's part 3 next week. Giovanna comes in. So let's do another recap then. Thank you so much. You and baby get some rest.
Thank you. We will. It was nice chatting with you.
Yes. All righty. Bye.
Bye.